European Christmas markets, you simply cannot miss feeling like Christmas with cozy fires, twinkling lights, and warm cocoa. Europe has well over 2,500 Christmas markets every single December. Yet for some wild reason, 90% of visitors end up elbowing their way through the exact same 5 crowded squares. Let's find some Christmas magic in the heart of the holiday season. To the hidden stalls and twinkling alleys most travelers never even hear about. Expect German classics, yes, but also a few French secrets so utterly pretty they feel like stepping right into a living snow globe. Ready to finally find a real-life, breathtaking holiday fairy tale? You might be thinking, okay, but which market should we actually go to? The truth is, making the wrong choice can seriously dampen your festive spirit. It can mean endless, overpriced sausage queues, flimsy plastic ornaments that were probably made 3 time zones away, and an overall feeling of being just another tourist in a sea of them. If you make the right choice, that's where the magic truly happens. It's time for you to get cozy. Find a 600-year-old courtyard. SIP on exquisite aged Riesling glowing, while a live brass band plays nostalgic Christmas carols. It's an experience that stays with you, a memory to be replayed for years. So, this quest follows 3 non-negotiable rules. 1. Go for the authentic crafts that tell a story. 2. Find local food so good you can't even pronounce its name. And 3. You must be at a market that smells more like fresh fir trees than stale fried dough. If a market ticks all those boxes, then, and only then, does it earn a coveted spot on today's ultimate list. The goal is unforgettable, not just Instagrammable. The very first essential stop is Nuremberg, home of the legendary Christkindlesmarkt, a tradition that gloriously kicked off way back in 1530. Here's your first insider tip. Skip the bustling main aisle for a bit and wander over to the smaller, utterly charming children's lane. It's a delightful sight where little children run their own mini market, proudly selling adorable hand-sewn felt birds for just €1 each. It's the kind of authentic, heartwarming detail that truly makes a market special. While you're there, you absolutely must grab a bag of Nuremberg bratwurst. These aren't just any sausages. They're tiny, perfectly seasoned pork sausages, grilled with a smoky perfection over fragrant beech wood. They're served simply in a paper tray with absolutely zero sauce, because honestly, they just don't need it. Their flavor stands alone. Pair the sausages with a mug of their unique blueberry glowing. Locals swear that the tart fruit perfectly cuts through the spice, creating a surprisingly refreshing and festive drink. Tip number 2 here is that every opening Friday at precisely 5:30 p.m., the city's chosen Christmas angel recites her prologue from the church balcony. There are no microphones, no loudspeakers, just her voice carrying over the hushed reverence of 50,000 people, all holding their breath in the crisp night air. It's an ancient ritual, and it's truly unforgettable. Next, the journey continues to Dresden, where the magnificent Strasbourg proudly claims the title of Germany's oldest. Tracing its origins all the way back to a royal decree in 1434, the absolute undeniable mastite here is Stollen, a rich, yeasty loaf generously folded with candied citrus peel and often studded with nuts, then dusted with a snowy blanket of powdered sugar. As you stroll, keep an eye out for the colossal 45-foot wooden pyramid. This wooden pyramid is a breathtaking masterpiece, hand-carved with intricate detail in the nearby or mountains. And it spins majestically like a giant carousel, powered solely by the rising heat from candles. It's a marvel of traditional craftsmanship. If you're hunting for souvenirs, you'll find exquisite, hand-turned wooden angels here. They're often half the price of what you'd pay in a larger city like Berlin, making them a beautiful and authentic memento of your visit. The next market to visit is Aachen, which is so close to the Dutch border, you could practically bike there in 20 minutes. The market itself beautifully loops around the awe-inspiring cathedral where Charlemagne himself was crowned, infusing the air with centuries of history. Upon arrival at the market, you'll smell the deliciously thick scent of Printen gingerbread. a local specialty laced with a hint of chili chocolate, a unique spicy kick that's utterly addictive. Surprisingly, you absolutely have to try the potato soup, served piping hot inside a hollowed-out loaf of bread. It's the ultimate edible hand warmer, comforting and hearty, perfect for a chilly evening. But the real magic happens after dark, when more than 50,000 twinkling lights illuminate the Christmas market, their glow reflecting off the ancient Gothic windows of the town hall. It feels intimate, historic, and utterly charming, especially compared to the tourist-flooded markets like in Cologne. Now, if Disney ever decided to build a Christmas market, it would undoubtedly look exactly like Rothenburg, Obi, Dertober. Seriously, this place is straight out of a fairy tale. The medieval ramparts glow with the warm, flickering light of torches. And you'll even hear shopkeepers still speaking the local Franconian dialect, adding to its timeless charm. The undisputed culinary star here is Schneeballen, or snowballs. These are delicate strips of short-crust pastry, artfully shaped into a ball, then fried to a golden crisp and dusted generously with cinnamon or powdered sugar. They're a delightful, crunchy treat. Let's now cross into France, leading to Strasbourg, which proudly hosts one of Europe's oldest and largest markets, a sprawling spectacle stretching across 300 stalls and 11 charming squares, a tradition since 1570. The city doesn't just have a Christmas market, it boldly calls itself the Capitale de Noël, the capital of Christmas. And honestly, after experiencing it, you'll agree, it absolutely earns that crown. You must try the tarte flambe, a paper-thin, crispy flatbread, baked fresh with a creamy layer of crème fraîche, savory bacon, and sweet onions. It's ridiculously addictive. Wash that down with some warm, spiced apple juice. Sourced straight from the abundant Alsatian orchards, it's a delightful, non-alcoholic alternative to glowing. Another must-see is the grand illumination of the Great Christmas Tree in Pleiskleber. Every single bulb is switched on simultaneously, accompanied by a breathtaking choir singing carols in 3 different languages. It's a truly moving spectacle. Plus, here's an eco-bonus that is truly heartwarming since 2022. All the market's power comes from local hydroelectricity, so every single twinkle and glow is completely guilt-free for the environment. Sustainable Christmas cheer is found here. Just 20 minutes south by train from Strasbourg, you'll discover Colmar, a town that feels like Strasbourg's shy, slightly smaller sister who secretly dresses with far more flair. Canals crisscross the enchanting old town, reflecting the colorful half-timber-bird houses and sparkling lights, creating a truly picturesque scene. Market stall vendors here entice you with brettel cookies, delicate little biscuits often baked in charming star shapes, tasting faintly of orange blossom or anise. The market isn't just one big area, it's actually 5 distinct mini-markets, each playfully themed, some even after Santa's reindeer, offering a unique discovery around every corner. This is the perfect place to pick up exquisite, hand-painted ceramic baubles from the Atelier's Dar workshop. Even better, they'll personalize a name in elegant gold script right before your eyes while you sip on a glass of Gewürztraminer, mulled wine, so fragrant and aromatic it almost doubles as a perfume. For some elegance, head to Paris, the city of lights. Paris scrapped its traditional market in the Jardin des Tuileries back in 2019. But the new version, gracefully spread along the lower Champs-Élysées, is sleeker, perhaps a bit shorter, but surprisingly cozy and undeniably chic. Forget traditional hot dogs here. You'll find champagne hot dogs. Yes, you heard that right. Imagine a soft brioche bun stuffed with an artisanal sausage, then drizzled with a bubbly gourmet mustard. It's Paris, after all. For a truly iconic view, hop on the Ferris wheel at the Concorde end of the avenue. It offers a breathtaking 360 night view of the entire illuminated Champs-Élysées, culminating in the majestic Arc de Triomphe. It's a sight you won't soon forget. To avoid the biggest crowds, another tip is to aim to arrive on a weeknight. Locals still commute along the avenue, so while it's busy, the lines for food and attractions remain far more manageable than on a bustling weekend. For another national look at Christmas, you can hop north to the enchanting city of Copenhagen, specifically to Tivoli Gardens, where this historic 1843 amusement park undergoes a breathtaking transformation into a whimsical Nordic wonderland every Christmas. It's a place where fairy tales come to life amidst millions of twinkling lights and festive decorations. Watch out, because here, the mulled wine is called Glig, and it's a serious concoction, often fortified with a warming shot of aquavit and generously loaded with almond slivers and raisins. It's a rich, hearty drink that'll warm you from the inside out. You absolutely have to try bobskiver, which are delightful, fluffy pancake spheres, typically served with a dusting of powdered sugar and a dollop of sweet strawberry jam. On another sustainability note, last year, an impressive 90% of Copenhagen's Tivoli Christmas lights were switched to energy-efficient LEDs, cutting their energy use by a significant 40%. And for a truly unique thrill, ride the vintage roller coaster in the dark. The entire track glows like a comet trail, making for an exhilarating and magical experience you won't find anywhere else. Next is a classic in Vienna's Rathausplatz Market. This is pure Baroque theater, a grand spectacle set against the magnificent backdrop of the city hall. Imagine giant, ornate chandeliers suspended between towering fir trees, casting a magical glow. Every hour, a live brass ensemble plays classical Strauss carols, adding an unparalleled elegance to the festive atmosphere. You must savor a Kaiser Kipferl, a delicate crescent-shaped vanilla biscuit so exquisitely fragile it practically shatters at the very first bite, melting in your mouth. Pair it with a steaming mug of Waynack sponge, a delightful, warming blend of rum, black tea, and just a whisper of clove, creating a comforting and aromatic drink. And here's a truly heartwarming insider tip. Venture into the adjacent park where many of the chestnut trees are lovingly wrapped in colorful scarves, hand-knitted by locals. The tradition is, if you're feeling cold, you're welcome to take one. And if you're a knitter yourself, you're encouraged to leave one for someone else. It's a beautiful communal gesture of warmth and goodwill. This festive journey finishes in Bruges, Belgium, a city that feels like it was plucked straight from a Hans Christian Andersen tale. The majestic medieval Belfort Tower overlooks a charming ice rink, creating an idyllic winter scene. When it comes to Belgian waffles here, you'll find them pressed thinner than you might expect. Perfectly caramelized on the outside, then often topped with a delightful speculoos crumble. For a truly local culinary winter experience, sample a two-cheese fondue pot here. Locals love to dunk crusty bread cubes into a rich, bubbling mix of creamy Gouda and savory Chimay beer. It's surprisingly delicious and for a truly magical photographic opportunity. Stroll along the Groneré Canal after 9 p.m. once the main tour buses have rolled out. The canal still waters beautifully, double the reflections of the fairy lights, creating an ethereal, shimmering wonderland that's simply breathtaking. Now for logistics, because even fairy tales need a little planning. First off, cash is still king, especially in Germany, while French markets are increasingly accepting cards. Having euros on hand makes transactions quicker, smoother, and often preferred by smaller vendors. Next, layers. You'll be spending a lot of time outdoors. And while a warm drink helps, outdoor seating often only heats you from the waist up. Think thermal underwear, wool socks, hats, gloves, and a good waterproof outer layer. It's advice you'll be grateful for later. Booking lodging early is absolutely crucial. Even humble hostels can see their prices spike by 300% or more in December due to demand. Good news is that trains effortlessly link every single city mentioned here, making intercity travel a breeze. So consider skipping those pricey, often crowded Christmas market river cruises and opting for regional train passes. Instead, they're more flexible, often more scenic, and far more budget-friendly. Finally, a small but mighty tip: tote a collapsible, reusable cup with you. Many booths offer a discount, sometimes 50 cents or more, if you bring your own mug, saving you money and helping the environment. It's a win-win. So after all that delicious exploration, which market ultimately wins this mission for the most authentic, magical experience? Honestly, every single stop on this incredible list delivers that undeniable giddy child on Christmas morning buzz. And there's a really strong chance that you'll feel it too. Make sure you hit that subscribe button now. Remember to pack your warmest scarf, bring your hungriest appetite, and get ready for the Twinkle Lights Prost Santi and God Jewel.